Hey there! So this is a heart-opening refresh class, which means it's going to be short and sweet, and you are going to get all the benefits of doing a yoga practice without having to commit to like the full-blown thing. All right? So we are going to get started in a comfortable seat. And let's take a big breath and sweep those arms all the way up. Reach nice and tall. We're going to drop that right hand all the way down and take a big stretch over to the right side. And then from here, we're going to put a bend in the elbow, opening the heart and starting to twist the upper body towards the sky. And then come back into the side stretch. Let's do that 2 more times. Put a bend in the elbow, rotate the heart up, and then reach back over to the side. And bend the elbow, open the heart, come back into the side stretch, and let's flow all the way to the other side. So plant that left hand down, take that big stretch up overhead, reach over to the left, and then from here, put a bend in that right elbow, start to rotate the heart towards the sky. Come back into the side stretch, bend the elbow, open the heart, and then come into your side stretch. Last time, put that bend in the elbow, open the heart. Come back into the side stretch. Beautiful. Come all the way up. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to interlace the hands behind the back and then squeeze the shoulders together and lift the heart. Now, if it's too tricky for you to interlace those hands, you can bring the hands to the low back and then just work on squeezing the shoulders together and pulling the elbows towards one another. What I really want you to focus on here is feeling the shoulders pull onto the back of the body, lift the heart up, and you find just a baby back bend here. Very good. Release those hands. We're going to come onto our hands and our knees into puppy pose. So the hips are going to stay right on top of the knees, and the arms are going to walk forward. Keep the elbows lifted, and then let the upper body start to drop down towards the mat. And let the forehead come all the way down if you are able to. We'll hold here for a couple breaths. And let that heart just sink down towards the mat. But again, keep those elbows and arms lifted up to give yourself a deeper stretch in the upper body. Keep the neck nice and long. And take one more breath. Beautiful. Come back up to tabletop, and then we'll come all the way to our belly. So just scooch those knees back, lower all the way down. We're going to open our feet to the width of the mat, and we're going to bring the hands up just right on the fingertips, and bring the hands as well out to the side. And the elbows are going to be lifted up so they're stacked right on top of the wrists. We're coming into a wide cobra pose. So on your inhale, we're going to curl the spine up. And then exhale, let the upper body flow back down. Inhale, curl the spine up. The arms don't need to be perfectly straight, but just like one vertebrae at a time, curl it up. Exhale, let it go back down. Inhale, curl that spine up. This time we're going to drop the right shoulder down, coming into a little bit of a twist. Inhale, up. Switch to the left side, drop that left shoulder down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop that right shoulder down. Inhale, up. Exhale, drop that left shoulder down. Good job. Come back up to center. Lower all the way down. And just take a moment to rest. So just stack the hands at the forehead, come down. Just take a couple breaths. All right, bring the feet back into center. Reach the arms back behind you for locust pose. So on your inhale, you're going to curl the heart up, lift the legs, and the arms are going to reach straight back behind you. Very good. Take a nice full breath. If you want to go even deeper, you can interlace the hands behind the back, pulling the shoulder blades onto the back of the body. Lift with the glutes, lift with the legs, lift with all the muscles of the back. I really want you to lengthen. So imagine your body stretching as long as you can in these two directions. Take 2 more breaths here. And then lower all the way down. Again, take that moment to rest. As you're resting, just know this next time you're going to have the option to do either locust pose again or bow pose if you'd like. I will demonstrate bow pose this time around, but remember, you can always do locust pose if that feels better for you. So for bow pose, we're going to reach the arms straight behind, just like locust, except this time we're going to put a bend in the knees and we're going to grab the ankles. All right, both knees are hip width apart, pointed straight behind us. On your inhale, curl that spine up, lift the heart. Feel the shoulder blades pull onto the back of the body. And just like locust, we're focusing on length, keeping as much length in the body as we can here. Slow and steady breath. Imagine each breath giving you a little bit more length and a little bit more lift in this back bend. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Lower down and release. And give yourself that moment to rest. We're going to come into an upward facing dog. So we'll go ahead and straighten the arms. We're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to keep the legs a little bit wider. All right, so the arms are straight, shoulders are pulling onto the back of the body. You can rest your knees down in this variation, and again, the legs are a little bit wide. And here we're just going to find a little bit of movement. So we're going to gaze over the right shoulder, kind of leaning into the left side, and then come back through center, gaze over the left shoulder. Keep those shoulders pulled onto the back. Do that one more time on each side. Gaze over the right. And then come back through center. Gaze over the left. And then we're going to just lower down a little bit so we can adjust. We'll come into a classic upward dog. So the toes are pointed straight down. Feet are about hip width apart. Hands are right on the side of the chest. Straighten those arms. Push through the tops of the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And your knees and your thighs are lifting upwards. Make sure that if those shoulders are creeping up towards the ears, that you're pressing them down so the neck is nice and long. And then we'll come into child's pose. So open the knees out to the side, sink the hips back, and let the heart drop towards the mat. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to end this practice here in your child's pose, so please stay here for as long as you would like. Take that couple moments to just really settle in here, and there's no rush for you to be done. Take a nice deep breath. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.